Hi, I'm Amanda McDaniels, and I'm going to be interviewing Joe McDaniels, who is the CEO and president of Atlantic Mortgage, which is a mortgage company. I'm interviewing him June 8, 2014. Atlantic Mortgage is located in Jacksonville, Florida, and has 5 offices with a little over 2,000 employees. And there are no other family members other than my dad who are working at Atlantic Mortgage. What made you decide to open up your own business?
Well, I was a CPA with KPMG in Jacksonville. I've been doing that for about 10 years. And one day, one of my clients was buying a mortgage company, small mortgage company, about 20 people. And they asked me to come over and be the CFO. So I did that and stayed there. Within the first year, I became president and started running the company.
How much time, money, and planning did it take before deciding to open up the business?
Depends on the business. In that particular business, we started with a lot of money.
How did you go about finding a location for your business?
The mortgage company, I rented space because I didn't want to own the building.
How did you obtain your startup capital for Atlantic Mortgage?
From those people that, my clients, they were the ones that had the money. And they asked me to come over and help them. I didn't have to put any money in. They gave me a part of the business.
How, what, when, and where do you advertise and promote Atlantic Mortgage?
For Atlantic Mortgage, we did different advertising. We started out by doing brochures. This was in the late 80s, early 90s, when computers, the Mac computer had just come out. And so we had files of our customers, computer files of our customers, and we'd spit out letters. We would put together letters and spit those out back to our own customers. If you're buying another house, stay with us. We'd like to do your next mortgage for you. If you want to refinance, we want to do that. If you, for late charges, if we have home warranties, we would sell them that. Ways to pay off your mortgage earlier, we would do those sort of things. Back to our own customer base.
Does your company have a website?
It did. We had several websites. As we got bigger, we were mortgage.com at one time. So we had the mortgage.com name when we were AMcDaniels. So yeah, we had AtlanticMortgage.com. We had a lot of different AMcDaniels.com, Mortgage.com.
And who maintained the website?
Our IT department would maintain that, but we also had our own. We would do some of it ourselves. Our different departments would maintain their own pages, their own web pages, that then would be put out onto our website. So the external website was primarily the IT department. The internal website, the intranet where you could go on, you had to be part of the company to get on it. A lot of that was done by the departments, the department heads would take care of that.
What are the licensing requirements for your business?
For the mortgage business, you've got everybody. You name it. You've got the state, you've got your bank, you've got the controlling currency. For the mortgage company, we had everybody. The state, you name it, they were there.
Did you use any information technology to help you run your business?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We did a lot. We were Six Sigma. I started a Six Sigma program there, where every one of the department heads was trained. We trained our black belts, green belts, and people were trained in information management and management tools, Six Sigma management tools, to run their departments. And then we would have meetings on those, and department heads would have to explain in a Six Sigma way what was going on in their department.
Six Sigma is what you've been...
Six Sigma, yeah, Six Sigma is a statistical way of running your business. So you count errors and statistically report that back. So it's just say if it's important, you measure it. So we measured ourselves against criteria that we set for ourselves.
How did you handle internal and external theft?
They're both the same. You know, internal. On a big company like that, I guarantee you somebody's stealing from you at some point. And on small businesses, there's people steal. They do steal. Customers steal, and employees steal. It just happens.
What do you do?
So we manage that. Credit cards, they have to turn in credit card receipts. They have to show, and we would match things back. You've got internal controls against it. Even though you have those controls, it's going to happen. And so you've got to check and check and check. And when it happens, if it's an employee, we prosecute.
How did you select potential employees that you would trust?
A lot of them were people I knew, or people that I knew, and then they knew somebody, so they would bring people in that way. We drug tested people. We hired a lot of people through temporary agencies. If not, we would bring somebody in as a temporary. If we liked them, we'd keep them. If we didn't like them, we'd just make a phone call and they'd have to go away. So we did a lot through temporary agencies. And we have 2,000 employees. You know, it's a lot. It's very important to get the right. Yeah.
What do you think is the most important quality in an employee?
Honesty.
How do you decide among interested family members who play a role in the business?
Well, you know, we've had different people that have been family members that have come into the businesses, and they want to come in. You know, we try them out.
How many different positions are available to apply for in your business?
We had over 2,000 employees.
How long did you train your newly hired employees?
Constant training. So they would come in, they'd have a probation period of 90 days, and we would train them during that time, but they were trained even after that. So we'd bring them in, they would be trained by the department head, and then they would, depending on what department they were in, there was also company training that they would go to, that they had to go through. We made everybody go through a one-week training. A one-week training period that was just about the company, mortgage banking, the company, what we expected of them, that sort of thing. They had to attend that within their first year. But for specific training to their job, that was done in the department.
How did you evaluate your employees?
They were evaluated annually. Every employee was evaluated annually with their manager. They would do an evaluation of themselves. The manager would do an evaluation of them. All of those were reviewed by their manager's manager prior to going over that with the employee, and after going over with the employee. Both parties' responses were reviewed and taken into consideration. They were also evaluated on a quarterly basis, not as intensely as the annual review. We did an intense annual review.
What steps did you take in disciplinary actions before ultimately firing an employee?
It depends on what the problem was. If it was drama sort of thing, somebody saying the wrong thing or not coming to work on time, that sort of thing, we'd handle it, that day. That's not. But if it was something bad, something really that was, could lead to termination, immediate termination, like theft or abuse or something like that, you may not. There may not be a. You don't talk to them. You talk to them, and they gotta go. If they steal from you, they gotta go. If I can't trust them that way, they have to go.
What company incentives did you offer your employees?
Everything from stock options to bonuses.
Had owning your own business affected your family?
Yes, I think so. It's a good life, and but it's a good ways back. It's part of your life.
What kind of day-to-day things did you have to do at Atlantic Mortgage?
Depends on the day. Every day was different. I would always have certain meetings, weekly meetings that were set for days. Travel and build the business on. That's what I did every day.
What makes you feel like Atlantic Mortgage was a success?
That we still have. The company has been gone now since 2007, so it's going on 7 years. And all of those employees here in Jacksonville, which is hundreds, close to 1,000 probably, still get together every year for reunions, and they want to, and they think of that time at Atlantic Mortgage as the best time they've ever worked.
What is the worst experience you have experienced while operating Atlantic Mortgage?
There's several bad ones. We lost a tape one time. We lost a computer tape that got shipped out of Chicago and was going via a company that I'm not going to, a big transfer company where you give it to them and they're supposed to get it there. Well, they didn't get it there. And this computer tape had customer information on it, and it didn't get there. We didn't find it, and we couldn't find it. They couldn't find it. We traced it down for going on a week, and then we ended up spending about $1 million to send out letters to all of our customers saying, "We've lost this tape. It has your information on it. We don't think anything's happened. Nothing ever did happen with that information, but we've lost it, and so you should start to watch your credit. And we're going to pay for that, and it cost us over $1 million to do that." It was crazy.
If you could have changed one thing about the way you operated Atlantic Mortgage, what would it have been?
It was a good time. Most of my thoughts back on that are very good thoughts, fun thoughts. What would I have done differently?
What is the best advice you can give someone starting out in this type of business, or just starting a business?
Think long and hard about it, because if you own your own business, you are that business. It's part of your life. It's not a job. It's not a job. It's your life. And so you live it. So it's something that you really like doing.
Is there anything else you would tell me about owning your own business in general?
It's great. Owning your own business is really good. You get to it's about meeting the people that you meet. So like some of the ones we met today, over there at the house. It's meeting those and the employees, all the people that you come in contact with. That's what makes it worthwhile. You get to know a lot of people.
Well, thank you for interviewing with me. We can end it now.
You're welcome.